Hi, this is Aaron from SimplyDoc, and today I'm going to show you a little bit about how our landing pages can be customized on the SimplyDoc care-driven telehealth platform. So in my browser here, I have a demo site up called Jennings Family Medicine. This is not an actual medical clinic. This is a demo site that we use, and in a conversation with you, I'll probably take you through this site in more detail. This is just one example of how SimplyDoc could be set up. In this case, we have set up the landing page, which is this first page that you're seeing here, kind of like it's a full site for this medical clinic. Pretty much everything you see on this page can be customized. We've got different widgets on here that connect into the actual telehealth platform itself, but we've intentionally built the front end of this to be highly customizable so that we can certainly change colors and logos so that it fits your brand, but really it's a lot more than that. Once you're into the telehealth application, there's a lot we can still customize around the workflow, the colors, the branding, the text that's used. But here on the very front end on this landing page where your patients will initially come to for a telehealth visit, we wanted this to be highly customizable. So we can do a lot of different design elements on here. Let me just walk you through this example on this demo site. So like I said, we set this up as if it were a real medical clinic, so you might have things like your hours on a telephone number to call. We've put all of that in here. There's three primary calls to action here if you want to do a doctor visit immediately. This is what we call an instant call functionality. I'll show you more about that in a different video. Or you can request a scheduled appointment or call the phone number directly. As we scroll down the page in this scenario, we wanted to also list the different doctors in the practice on the site, and so we have a widget here to do that. And for each of them, you can request an appointment with them individually, and that goes to their profile page. If you want to have a search, this can be turned on or off on your site. In this demo, we have that turned on, even though this is a small practice, but just so you can see what a search might look like. And then again, in this scenario, we wanted to emphasize the ability to see a doctor right now, to have an instant call that could go to receptionist, front desk, admin, nurse, or doctor in your clinic, however you want that to be. So we wanted to emphasize that on the site again in this particular demo. And then pretty standard things in the footer of the site here as well. So all of this can be customized beyond just the logo and the colors, the actual content that you're seeing here. So just to give you a quick example of another site also using SimplyDoc that has a completely different landing page. I'm going to show you Uni Wellness, which is one of our clients. In this case, you see that the landing page looks completely different, but this is actually still on the SimplyDoc platform. It's this, just a different front-end presentation that we've done to the same telehealth platform behind the scenes. And then behind the scenes, each of these platforms still looks unique in that it has the branding, logos, color, unique workflow, text to it. But the landing page you can see between the demo site for Jennings Family Medicine and for Uni Wellness here, completely different. And so this hopefully gives you an idea of how much we can customize that front end page. In the case of Uni Wellness, we wanted to emphasize a couple of different things. A big upfront statement here, an emphasis on scheduling an appointment. There's no instant calls in this solution, so that functionality is turned off. They wanted to have an about video about Uni Wellness right on the top, so that's prominent on the site, as well as wanted to have a flow here that, or some text on the landing page that emphasizes how this whole process is going to work for a student meeting with their therapist on Uni Wellness. So this is a mental health scenario as opposed to a medical clinic, but still there's we have a lot of flexibility in how we could do the landing pages for those two options. So we have that process, and then get started would take you to setting up your account. And then here also we wanted to list the different providers that Uni Wellness has, just like we have a list of providers here on the Jennings Family Medicine demo site. But you can see that the layout of those providers are different, and here the sessions, the pricing is advertised, a little bit of information about each counselor, and then the ability to request an appointment with them. So you can already see that there's a big difference here in the two landing pages. Also, these sites are designed to be responsive. That means that everything in SimplyDoc is built to work on any web browser or desktop browser. And so just to see what it would look like on a phone, if we just kind of change the size of the browser window here that we're looking at, you'll see that the layout changes. Do that again so you can kind of see it happening. So this is what it would look like in a normal desktop browser, but then if someone's looking at your site on the phone, the orientation, the layout of the page changes. That's called responsive web design. And because you're on a phone, we really want to emphasize those calls to action more. So in this case, you see that those 3 different options that we have on the medical demo site for seeing a doctor now, requesting an appointment, or calling directly are bigger buttons so that you can hit them from your phone screen easier. And if you hit this one for making a phone call on your phone, it does actually open up the phone dialer. And then as we scroll down, you see the layout has also adjusted to accommodate the size of a phone. And the same is true on Uni Wellness as well, that the layout of that page has changed responsively as we look at it on a web desktop versus a mobile browser. Still access to all the same information, but laid out in a much more convenient way for those browsers. So I hope that gives you a little taste of how much flexibility we have in the landing pages for SimplyDoc. We can design these to whatever you need for your site. To set up a demo with us, just visit SimplyDoc.com and we'll be happy to talk to you more about your unique needs for telehealth. Thanks a lot.